CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. Hi, everyone. I'm Jason DeRusha. Nice to have you with us here on this Monday morning. Hope you're doing well. Enjoyed maybe a little bit of that dusting of snow yesterday and still kind of hanging around this morning. Let's get you up to speed on the weather for today. It's cold. Yep. I put the gloves on walking across the street. You know, I don't have that fancy covered parking. No. Man of the people. Walk half a block to work. It's cold this morning. It's going to be cold today, but it's really not that much colder than it should be this time of year. The average high is in the 20s, so we'll be lucky to hit 20 today. Be sunny. That'll be nice. Let's talk about this story that really gained some steam over the weekend. About 150 to 200 Minnesota businesses, restaurants, gyms, other businesses that have been closed are saying, you know what? We're opening, whether the governor allows it or not this week. This coalition is called Reopen Minnesota Coalition. Started in the spring with a dozen businesses, just kind of bellyaching about stuff together. As financial relief to business owners faded, though, the PPP money dried up, no other help. The group has sort of grown. Organizers told WCCO that most members would follow guidelines if they are loosened on Wednesday, but if not, they said they're just going to open anyway.
And my heart breaks for anyone that has lost somebody to COVID or wasn't able to see a person that they love because of the shutdowns and the restrictions on the hospitals. And we would never say that COVID isn't real, but we need to be open.
Okay, so what are they going to do? A lot could change between now and the governor's announcement Wednesday, including the legislature that is poised to pass an economic relief package at the state level today, the 7th special session of the year. But here is our question today. If your restaurant or your gym or your bar says, we don't care what you say, Governor Walz, we're reopening anyway, would you go? Would you think less of them because they are ignoring the law, or would you support them? I guess, would you go to a place that was open even though it shouldn't be? Go ahead and weigh in on the WCCO TV Facebook page. We'd love to hear your feedback on that, and we will share some of that coming up a little later in the morning update. Let's get to some of our other top stories. Today is the day that the Electoral College meets. They will cast their votes to elect Joe Biden to the presidency. It's official. As soon as the Electoral College votes, then everyone who said, the media doesn't decide who the president is, the Electoral College decides. Yes, they will vote today at noon in the Minnesota House of Representatives. Our 10 electors from Minnesota will cast their votes for Joe Biden. President Trump tweeted over the weekend that he's not done fighting, but it does appear that after today he will be done. Early data showing every month that we deal with COVID-19, we're throwing out an estimated 129 billion of those face masks into the environment. So many disposable masks, right? Most cases they go in the trash, sometimes into an incinerator. But those masks are made of this kind of fibrous plastic material. It does not break down quickly. If it goes to a landfill, it can take centuries to fully break down. An artist kind of putting a spin on this to draw attention to what's going on. This in South Korea. He's melting thousands of them down at a time and molding them into stools. Each stool requires about 1,500 masks to make. You see that you kind of roast the thing at about 570 plus degrees Fahrenheit. That melts it. It also disinfects it if you think it's kind of gross to be sitting on someone's disposed face mask. He's made 15 of these things. Boy, aren't they beautiful? Who knows? Maybe there's a way he can team up with companies to expand his efforts. Perhaps there's a better way we can figure out to dispose of these masks. That is truly, truly hideous. All right, look at this video from near Sicily, Italy. Mount Etna exploded, erupted. I mean, who doesn't love a good volcano eruption? As long as there's no damage or harm from it. Looks cool against the night sky, right? Experts are not too concerned about this right now. There's an airport in the area, no big deal there, no disruptions. There are some towns in the area, and they are not in danger from that eruption. Pretty cool. Active volcano. There it goes. Mount Etna overnight. This is kind of a big deal, I think. The bank that has been part of the Twin Cities since the 1930s, the bank name, soon be gone. TCF Bank was Twin City Federal, right? Was headquartered in Wayzata, downtown Minneapolis, been in the Twin Cities forever. Almost 2 years ago, it sold to this Detroit company, and then the Detroit company just sold to Huntington, which is an Ohio bank. So what about the stadium? Because TCF Bank, the name gonzo, it's now going to be Huntington Bank, and we're all going to be like, what? What the heck is this? Stadium. I reached out to you this morning. I reached out to Huntington Bank. No one's gotten back to me yet, but kiss that name goodbye. TCF's naming rights deal lasts through 2030. Target extending hours. They're going to stay open longer for holiday shoppers. This happens every year, but we haven't seen them extend their hours yet, perhaps because of the pandemic. They've been stocking shelves and all that sort of stuff. But Target stores are now open 7 a.m. to midnight for the most part. So good news for maybe you want to shop later at night, get away from the crowds. You can do that. For many, more time at home has meant more time to embrace the holidays this season, and real Christmas tree sales have just gone bananas. They've been soaring over the past few weeks. Some tree farmers tell us this year's the busiest year ever. Some, 2 weeks into December, are sold out. I mean, Christmas is 11 days away. Like, shouldn't they be sold out by now? I don't know. We did meet some farmers who are taking extra steps, though, because so many people want a tree. They're trying to make sure that everyone who wants one can get one.
We're cutting some trees, hand them out a bit as we need them from our fields, and even if it means cutting into next year's crop a little bit, we want to make sure everybody has a tree.
Many people who typically travel and might not get a real tree are coming out because they want the real experience, the smell, and their home.
Also playing a part in high sales this season, mild weather, right? Because it's been great weather if you want to go out to a Christmas tree farm and cut it down. So that's been nice. I went to the Fratelloni's Ace Hardware, chopped that tree down like I did every year. Put on my hats, my mittens. We sang Christmas carols around the selections of hammers and screwdrivers. The latest stop on our holiday light tour brings us to Byron. Here's Pam's house. Oh, I'm sorry, it actually takes us to Mounds View, to Byron and Pam's house. It's very confusing to me. They had a food drive out there, too. That's cool. Thousands of lights. Looks like they got a little Ferris wheel. Been decorating their home for 18 years. Looking good. Not very often that you see a manger scene and a merry-go-round. I like it. Share your favorite display with us at WCCO.com/holidaylights. Okay, back to today. Oh, before we get back to today's talker, can I just take a moment? We are celebrating today the birthday of CBSN Minnesota. We launched this thing 1 year ago. And we thought, well, this would be nice. Like, we could have just have this streaming news service. You could watch the news whenever you want on your schedule. We'll do this thing. Brickman did the 734. Was that last year? No, he wasn't working here at that point. This thing was the 734. Then I was doing it. Christian did it. Now it's the morning update. We put the CBSN Minnesota on there because we run this on CBSN Minnesota. But we made it a year. We made it. We did it. 13 million streams on this thing. So we thank you for watching it. We appreciate it. And I'm just glad to have more work to do in my day. So believe me, I am celebrating.
Us too, Jason.
Yeah, the crew loves it. It's good. I don't know, it's fun. And I can be more of an idiot here than I am on the regular TV. So I think that's fun for everyone. Let's talk about what you're going to do if some business owners just go ahead and say, well, you know what they're saying, the governor. I can't even say that on CBSN Minnesota. Kathy says, no, if a restaurant or a gym opens up, I'm not going. I wouldn't do it for my personal safety. Kathy, thank you. Linda says, no, not, it shouldn't be, it should be. What? Why did we put that comment on? Go back. Can you go back to that one? Amber, what are you doing to me? No. We can't go backwards. Is she okay? Becca says they have to do what they have to do, but I'm not going anywhere either way. Yeah. Dolly says I won't go. Got to take care of each other. Money comes and goes. Value of life is important. COVID will be over soon. Be patient, people. I feel for the business owners. I don't know if this is the right way to do it, though, to go about it. Pam says, I'm sure they'd be careful about keeping people at a distance. So if they do that, I would go. Some of the businesses said, you know, it's up to the business owner. If they're going to ignore the governor's order, they may ignore the masking order, too. They may ignore social distance. Maggie says, I wouldn't be able to dine in, but I would still support them. Maggie, thank you. Andrea says, no, this kind of thing is why we're still fighting this crap so many months later. Andrea, thank you. Bill says, I go to a restaurant, I'm not scared, open them up. If they open them up, if the governor opens them up, I will go. If a place just decides they're going to forge their own path, I don't know about that. Sarah says, I wasn't eating out before, but I will continue to order takeout to support. Very good. Sarah, thank you. Thanks, everybody, for your feedback. We appreciate it. This is another home run. Don't you think? Addie, pretty good? Amber, what'd you think of today's show? Beautiful, she says. She especially liked that comment that said, I wouldn't, but I would, but I would, I wouldn't. See you later. CBSN, Minnesota. Happy birthday!